Alright guys, in the last video we created our registration component. Well, we started it. There's still quite a bit we have to do here, but at least we got the form, we have the component state, we have the submit, which will just console log whatever we type in the form. So I want to do the same thing with the login form. So let's go to our login.js component, and we're going to have to grab from the dev connector theme the login HTML. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and we're just going to get this div here and copy it. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that in here, and let's change all the classes to class name. Again, make sure you do not change this class, just the attributes. So if we save that, we should now at least be able to see the login form. If we go to login, good. So now we're going to do the same type of thing here. We're going to add a constructor. Actually, we could probably just copy a lot of this from register. So if we copy the whole constructor here and put that in here and just get rid of name and password too. Okay, it's just email and password. Let's see, looks like I'm missing a closing curly brace. Alright, so there's our constructor, and we should also have these here as well. And then we're going to do the same thing as far as the values go. So we'll say value equals this dot state dot email. Let's also add our onChange equals this dot onChange. We're going to do the same thing for password. So we'll say state dot password. It's also going to go to onChange. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the onChange. We're going to do the same exact thing we did in the register. So we want to say this dot set state takes an object. We're going to use e dot target dot name, and we're going to set that to e dot target dot value. So that will set the state. So now we should at least be able to type in the login form. Let's see, cannot read bind. All right, so we're getting this error here because we did the on submit bind, but we didn't create the on submit yet. So let's just go ahead and do that now. So on submit, we can actually copy this from register. So we'll grab the whole on submit, paste that in. Now this isn't going to be a new user. This, I guess we'll just call this we'll just call it user, I guess, and it's just going to be the email and password. And then we'll go ahead and console log user. Alright, so let's go back here. Now we can type in here, and if I submit, looks like this has to be an email address. Submit. And oh, you know what? We didn't change. We didn't change for in the form. We're going to get rid of the action and say on submit equals this dot on submit. Okay, so that should work. Submit, and there we go. So now we're getting that console log. All right, so I think now what I want to do in the next video is actually try to sign up a user through this form without using Redux at first, just to make sure that we can interact with the API and everything goes okay. Once we do that, we'll go ahead and implement Redux, because ultimately we want all of our requests to go through an action in Redux. Okay, but for now we'll do it through just the single component just to test it out. Okay, so that's what we'll do next.